We is back. We back on the comic book show with no fucking name. Still no
No
name.
name, nigga.
Episode 3. Um we've been gone for a while, but you know what? We definitely back at it. You know, that's how it's gonna be sometimes, you know. Sometimes we might be MIA for like 3 weeks, you know, like it's the summertime. Fuck, you know.
Got shit
Um,
to do.
but with me as always I got the homie Absolute Venom. What
What's up?
was good.
What's
So
up? What's up? What's up, man?
Today we just gonna go straight into it. We just gonna have a discussion that has been the topic of discussion for like damn near a month. Um, and to today it was just like one of those days that it was just like, all right, man, like we gotta fucking talk about this. Um, Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knights 1 came out, and man, was these comic book shops having a hissy fit. So, you know, there's this rule that's going on. I mean, me and my partner here, like, we're from Philadelphia. Hopefully somebody could comment, anybody who lives in a different state, but we live in the city of Philly. And there's rules that's starting to come into play where these shops are basically saying that they're only allowing one per customer due to speculators, right? And they, like they say funny things like, I'm tired of the speculators, or I'm tired of the flippers. Which, on the side note, the word, I don't know if I don't know if you feel that way, yo, but the word flipper, it cringes. It's like what
Like a
am I?
dolphin.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck am I? A dolphin? Like a flipper? Like, what the fuck is a flipper? Like, no,
Yo, I
this.
wish I had that. Can you play the sound, a dolphin sound?
Yeah. Yeah, because I really don't like it's like, come on, let's call it for what it is. Reselling. You know what I'm saying? Let's be adults about
Reselling.
this. Reselling, bro. Like, what the fuck
Call me
is
a
what the fuck is a
call me a
flipper?
flipper.
Yeah.
I'm a flipper, man. I flip it, yo.
Yeah.
I make it flip. You remember Usual Suspects? I make it flip you. I make it flip.
A flipper. So, they're like, we're tired of the flippers. And last night, um, Absolute sent me a very interesting video that I'm glad that I saw the video before it even got taken down.
Yo, I'm glad that you saw the video because I wouldn't want you to bump into that dude inside a comic book store who punches you in the face, bro.
Yo, listen, this guy at this comic book, I honestly wish that I had the audio. Um, but yo, this guy
He
was
took it
like,
down. Did he take it down?
yeah, yo, he took it down like last night. He was talking like real reckless, like, so it was basically two guys in the video, and I'm guessing that these are like the two guys that own the shop. And
No, you know what? Listen, no, listen. They said that they don't own the shop. They just shot the video in there. So I think that's really why they retracting the video because if somebody recognizes that shop, they're gonna think that it's the owners are there telling people they're gonna punch them in the face.
oh,
So that's why they pulled the video back. But
gotcha.
he but on his in his defense, he did say he was wrong for saying that and he's sorry. He apologized.
Oh, gotcha.
He
But
apologized. He
so
apologized.
so
Tell
so
him tell him
so
what he said. Tell him what
so
he said.
so he's on the video. So like his partner's talking, and then like his other partner just like abruptly, like, like out of nowhere, just like cut him off, and he's like, yeah,
Rant
uh, uh,
time.
uh, I have a rant, right? And like his partner had like this like type face, like like, what I mean, like what he's about to say, and then like he comes out of nowhere, like, yeah, these people that come inside here and they're wiping us out, they're buying 16 books to go and resell them on eBay. You know what I felt like doing to you? I felt like punching you in the face and anybody who looks like you. And we was like, yo.
He really was cursing him out, and dude was like, "No, I mean, you really don't want to punch him in the face." No, he said, "No, I want to fucking punch him in the fucking
Yeah,
face."
yeah. He's like, yeah.
Excuse my language.
He was like, yeah. I want to fucking punch him in the face, and I was like, wow, like this is like kind of crazy. So, so Absolute sends me that. Now, I want to read to you the comment that somebody had wrote Okay, because I think that this is
Shout out to him, bro. What a dope comment that was.
right. Because I think that I honestly think, oh man, I hope that I snapshotted it. Did I snapshot? Please
You
tell
did
me.
because you said it. You did because you messaged me it.
Yeah. Oh man,
Look at
but
our messages.
yeah, but you know what? I sent you a screenshot of what I wrote. I never sent you the screenshot um
Of what he
of
wrote.
what he said. But
Is
but
the
any
video? Is the video there?
nah man, it's like taken down. But anyways, somebody had commented and it was like, wow, um, you know, he was basically saying, he was like, I doubt that I would ever um subscribe to this channel. But he was basically explaining that yeah, he's I guess one of
Okay, no,
those
he said
you,
first time watching your videos, and definitely the last time, and I would not subscribe to,
right.
to your videos.
So no, then he goes
Um,
and he says something along the lines like, you know, he basically said, yeah, I am quote unquote flipper, aka reseller, but what I tend to do with my books is that I resell those books, and that money that I get, I go right back in my on my subscription box, and I
yo,
pull
my
out
dude,
more boxes.
this
Like I'm pulling out
this
more books.
yo, the man actually went and donated 2,000 back issues that are dollar issues. But when the shops are going through all the stuff that was going through, he said that he donated 2,000 books, dollar books, to the store that he buys multiple copies from, and let them keep the profit so he could help them out while they weren't getting any comics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he explained like everything, like it was like a long, it was damn near like a long comment, but
Yo, in other
he basically explains what is his reason behind him reselling books, which it makes perfect sense. But my whole thing is like
no,
I'm
yo, he basically said he comes. Yo, he's like a pardon me, but he's like a hooker. He brings the money back to the pimp. He says that he buys the books. He gets multiple copies from the local comic book store. Then when he makes the money, he comes back and he turns it back into the local comic book shop because he ends up buying more books.
right, exactly. So, and it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But on the other side, it's like, what is the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the big deal with, why is it that a comic book shop has an issue with what I do with the property that I just purchased with my own money? Why does it bother you what I do with that after it leaves your store? And I honestly, I don't get it. These books, especially like today, like the Legends of the Dark Knight, you have comic book shops that again didn't order a good enough amount, so now it becomes a fucking a fight to get a book. And then once you get the book, god forbid if you grab two, because that
Yo, listen,
insinuates that you're going to resell one. Like I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
yo, man, it was pretty weird. You want to know something? Because a comic book store that we go to next to our job usually doesn't buy a lot of certain books, and for some reason, some weird reason, this week they actually had like 50 copies of death metal. So when I went to the counter, I had two, and if you want to understand the conversation that I heard at that moment right there when I pulled up with two death metals in my hand, was we doing two death metals? And the owner said, we is that normal? And the guy that I know that's really cool, he turned around and told him it's not unheard of on comic book day for customers to come in and buy two copies, one to read and one to keep pristine. Those were his exact words. So this is not something new. People been buying more than one cover, or one of the two of the eight cover, one to read and one to stash. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna sit here and deny that people are not buying extra books to sell, but I'm gonna let you get back to what you were saying. But I got something interesting to add to that.
Yeah, but it's again, they're talking about the and again, man. I honestly wish, man, that they left like that video up, but it was like the way that he was describing it. It's like, oh, he's uh we're taking away the ability of comic book readers to uh have the joy of holding that book, and we're stripping that away from them. And it's like, dude, like so you're mad
But
at me.
now,
So
now,
so so you're mad at me because I went through my solicitation again. These are books. Like the previews book. So a previews book that, which to this day I don't understand. So I have to buy a catalog book. Okay, I have to buy a catalog book and to order for a subscription for a comic book shop. So I have to buy that book. So now I'm definitely gonna fucking comb through that book like if it's a freaking Bible, because I already made they already made a profit off of me just buying it. Now they're gonna make a triple profit from me subscribing. So yeah, I am gonna take my time. I am gonna go through it. I am gonna speculate, and I'm gonna order as many as I can. So why don't you do the same? Especially if you're like, if you're a comic book shop who's charging. Very few. I remember I went to this one comic book shop, and the guy tells me, he's like, you pay for your previews book? And I'm like, dude, I haven't been to one shop in Philly that hasn't not made me pay for the previews book. And he's like, dude, if you're a subscriber here at my shop, I give you the previews book, and I give you, which at that time, I'll give you the DC and the Marvel for free. Like, I wouldn't even make you like pay for like a previews book. So that in itself is like, that makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to a lot of other people. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like this whole thing is just kind of it's a we're living in weird times. Where they're
how,
mad at
how are
us.
you? How are you gonna ask someone to buy something from you, but get mad if it's actually worth something? Like, you want just people to throw their money in the trash? You don't. People collect stuff because it goes up in value. People could collect stuff because of the scarcity of it.
Hmm.
People hoard books and hold on to them forever. So when you see a speculator flipper, he speculates on books, usually gets rid of them as fast as he can at either the highest point at that time or less than what is going to be a week from now, let's say. So if a book comes out today, he's got it for 20. He's flipping it that same day for $20, but 2 weeks from now, that book is at 100. You bought it at 20, so now it went up to 100. So you're still making money if that's what you're after. But my thing is, don't get mad at the speculator flippers, man. Speculators hoard books. The only time they let them out is when the book is at its highest value.
Right.
Would you rather a person let the books out when they're at 20, or would you rather a guy hold on to them like Ultimate Fallout 4 and wait till they're $1,000 for a 9.8 and then send them all out on the loose
Yeah.
when they're out of reach for people?
Big time out of reach of people. And you know, one of my gripes is, you walk into some of these comic book shop and these Silver Age books, right, that is all, nice and prestige against the wall, they're not telling the customer, oh, well, I know that you always wanted this book, so I'll sell you this book for cover price. No, you go and you look at at a Hawk 181. Yeah, that's a $1,200 book, and that's basically what you're going to pay. There's nobody's going to have any type of sympathy or pity for you because you want that book. So why do you have sympathy or pity for people that come in and buy multiple of books to resell them on eBay? It doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing that a lot of these shops are like, encouraging other shops to do, which is like basically the opposite of like what they do on eBay. Is basically that they're saying, okay, well, if you're gonna buy a second copy of this book, then we're gonna charge you $15 or $20, which is like the opposite, because if you go on eBay, the more that you buy, the less you pay. So, they'll have like one for $5.13. They'll have two for $5. They'll have three for $4.89 or whatever it be. And the more that you buy, the less you pay. So at a comic book shop, the more that I buy, the more I have to pay. I don't know. It doesn't add up. It doesn't.
Here's my issue. Um, you're getting mad at me for doing work that you should be doing. You own a comic book store, dude. It goes to show me that A, you don't read comic books. B, you don't read the same solicitations that you're giving to people. You don't know what the hell is going on with your own business. Your job consists of looking at a title and seeing Batman's name in it and ordering 100 of them and trying to get them off. If you were smart, why don't you pay attention to the speculator sites, and why don't you follow some people on Instagram, and why don't you figure out the books that are going to be hot and order extra copies and have as many as you can, and then the ones that people don't buy, flip them on eBay.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't that make sense?
Wouldn't you? And you're making more money because you're flipping stuff on eBay. You're giving your customers stuff at cover price. You're making them happy, but you're still selling people across the country. You know what it is? Some of you dudes are so damn old and stupid, bro, that you don't want to change your ways for shit. If it was up to you, Diamond would still be selling you 30 books with the corners bent out and all the other dumb shit. You didn't even want to switch up with DC when DC said, yo, yeah, I don't want to sell our books to people. You don't want to send them out. We're going to get another company to do it then. Oh no, I'm not getting from them because they're the same company as me and they're going to know how many books I'm selling. That's why they blow you the hell out every year. They're beating you in sales. Online is going to eat your business up if you don't do something, idiot.
Yeah. Because
you
could
think
definitely
speculators. Let me tell you something, man. Not to interrupt you. Speculators is what's driving your business, you dummy. You think comics just came out of nowhere right now? Comics been out forever. They didn't just get hot right now overnight, man. They got hot because of speculators, you idiot.
Yeah. Like and then it's like but then you get mad. Like, again, I don't understand. It's like you get mad because we are doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. But if you lose your online, like if you lose your physical business to an online store, it's bad, because guess what? Online, I could buy 5 of the same books. They're not stopping me, right? We in the last episode, or maybe in the first episode, we already spoke and we already had the discussion, okay? Now, let's think about this, okay? This guy from YouTube, Franchise, okay? He goes and he orders 12 or 13 of these Wolverine 1 C2E2 cover, okay? They know what that book is worth. Somehow, he goes online and he orders 12. All 12 was granted. What does that tell you? So if you have an online website that don't, like, dude, if that was a physical store, they would have a no, you can't just buy all of them. It has to be one per. This website was like, fine, shit, you want to buy all 13 covers? Buy all 13 covers. That shit does not matter. Even better for us. We all just have to ship it to one person. So that, to me, is the model, because your loss is somebody else's gain. So you having a physical store and you being mad at people that are coming in to buy 6 or 7 of the same books, all right, cool. I mean, but guess what? I could easily start a subscription on a comic book website, and I could order 15 of those books with no issues at all.
No, my thing is 2 should be the limit. When you're limiting, 2 should be the limit. Unless, I understand if you didn't order a lot of them, and you're not gonna let the first guy in line snatch all 12 of them and walk out. I know, I understand that. But when you got 50 of them, bro, come on, man,
Yeah,
stop it.
yeah, and then the the one per doesn't only because it kind of makes sense if it's a new book for that day, but the one per also um includes books that came out months ago. Like I remember going to a shop. This was like before like the whole COVID thing, and I wanted to buy. I think it was like Kylo Ren 3 or something like that, and they had 3 on the shelf, and at this time they were already like, I don't know, I want to say like at 5 or 6, and I wanted to get that book, and it was like, no, it's only one per. I'm like, dude, man, like this book came out like months ago. Yeah, it's one per, and I'm like, wow, all right, cool. I put all of them back, and I ain't even. I just walked out the store. The guy looked at me like, oh, well, I didn't say that you had to put all of them back, but in my mind, I'm like, if I can't buy all of them, then I don't want to buy none, because if I want 3, I want to be able to buy 3 from one place, not having to, oh, well, I have to go to this shop and buy one, and then I have to go to another shop and see if I can find 2 more to complete the 3 that I want. It
No,
doesn't make any sense.
I understand the hot book, bro, the hot book of the day. But once that book sits on the shelf overnight, the next day it should be up for grabs, bro. Whoever comes and takes it, takes it. That's it. Now,
Now,
if you tell me today is one per, you come back the next day, there's 30 of them sitting there. You just gonna let them sit there? You're not gonna let me buy one more?
yeah, yeah, that don't make no sense. Now, um, I think that when people hear the word key collector, it's like if you're at a comic book shop, it's like you got to say like, yo, key collector. Like you can't even say it, normal, because it's like people look, oh, key collector, oh my god, and it's like you said, man, like, yo, some of these comic book shops, like I remember I strongly suggested to one of, like, well, not my local comic book shop, because he's like literally like 45 minutes away. But I told him, I was like, yo, dude, man, if I was you, you have a lot of books in here. I was like, if I was you, I'd download like the Key Collector app, and I'll comb through it, man, and see what books are hot, what books you have, and because obviously if you had those books for such a long time, why wouldn't you say, finally I could get rid of this freaking book, either to a walk-in customer or just sell it on eBay? There's a lot of comic book stores on eBay that have a eBay account that are actually comic book stores. So I mean, like, wouldn't that make sense to say, you know what, I have to join in with this force that's going on.
Why do people hate on key collectors so much?
I honestly, I honestly don't know. I think that the comic book industry pretty
Because they mad at
soon.
Nick. They mad at Nick because he looks like Hugh Jackman.
He yeah, he definitely has that. He definitely
He
has
looks
that
like
look.
Wolverine.
He definitely has that look.
Nah, they be hating on him. Dude's mad cool. Even though the app he charges what 99 cents a month.
Yeah, it's like
Come
something.
on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to be to be informed. Um, I honestly don't see anything wrong. I think that the reason why people have issues with Key Collector is because, now, if you look at Key Collector, to my understanding, it's only been around for like 2 years or 2.5 years. Um, and I want to say that they're not enjoying the pace or the direction that the comic book world is going to. I mean, for example, just look at the whole Fallout 4, and how people are so, they don't want to understand, like they can't. I was even having a discussion with somebody today on Instagram where he says Miles is not better than Peter Parker from Fantasy 15, and I'm like, dude, like, that was your era That was your era of superhero. You are about to die pretty soon. you know, None of us are here to stay in this earth forever. So these kids, they don't. It's like we already had this conversation, but these kids, they don't recognize Peter Parker. They're recognizing Miles Morales. So it seems like people are having issues with little changes like that, like little changes like the way that Venom and No, those books are just every week, dude. They're like super fucking hot. Donnie Cates is doing an amazing job. What if somebody says, "Yo, Donnie Cates, could easily be like the next Stan Lee"? Somebody's gonna have a freaking heart attack, yo. You better call, you better call the fucking ambulance, bro.
How about if he they should give him a Amazing Spider-Man. I think they are.
I don't see why not. But
They were saying he might that he might get Amazing Spider-Man.
if I, I wouldn't be mad because then you
That's
could.
why I told somebody the other day. You seen Sin Eater, right?
Who?
Sin Eater.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think he's gonna be connected to Null. I'm telling you because that's a new Sin Eater, and they trying to say that he's like a reincarnated like devil or a demon or some shit or from hell or some crazy shit.
Mm.
I got a feeling he's connected to Null somehow because the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man has them in Ravenclaw.
Okay. Now, with these new books, by all means, I'm not saying that Silver Age books are obsolete because when you look at the cinema world, there's a lot of characters from the Silver Age that they really haven't touched on yet, like Craven. You look at books like uh, Superman, the Man of Steel 18, like Doomsday. They haven't touched on that too much. Um, there's a lot, that has to be, introduced. So by no means are we saying, oh, well, Silver Age books are bullshit. But you can't be mad at the pace that these brand new books are going off of, man. Like they're just going hot just off of just as soon as you put them in the shelf, they're like, they're already on eBay for like $28, $30. Compared to a lot of these books, they took a lot of years to get to the position where they at now. So why are you that upset with the way that comic book the comic book industry is going? Because I'm pretty sure that at one point comic book shops is like, man, I don't see us lasting for the next 15 years. Because maybe like the customers weren't the same as what it is now. And that's just like me, like just like speaking. Maybe I'm saying this and I really don't know, but this is just like a guess because like comic book shops like 15 years ago, I really wasn't like
I
that.
personally, I think it started when Powers of X and House of X came back out. That's when it got crazy again.
Right, because I started to get into comic books again before that, which was right when Ninja Turtles 95 came out. So I'm like, wow, like this is like kind of cool, but when that Powers and House of X came out, then I started experiencing like a whole different, I'm like, wait a minute, this is like a whole different fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? And then like things never really slowed down from there. Like not that I could think of. And again, Ultimate Fallout came out 2011. So you have to think about, why are people are so upset with that book? We are in 2020. That book came out in 2011. So technically it's been around at it's it's ran its course to where it's supposed to be at. Respectfully, it's not like if it was a book that came out last week and is already like at 1100. It came out 2011, so I really don't understand like what's like the big hoopla. But you know,
They're mad because they don't understand inflation, bro. So books uh from now that are costing people $100, when they go up in value a couple of times, they go up to $400. And then when you take them and you send them off to be graded, they go up in value again. So what part of it don't they understand? It's been going on the same way for years, bro. It's what happens to a book. As the years go by, those books when back in the days were only making 50 cents and $1 every few years. Now they're making $100, $200 every few years. That book, like you said, it's almost 10 years old, bro. So come on, man. It just went up now. That book that's going on his second movie and the video games.
yeah,
Come on, bro. And he's been out for, he's popular, dude. Come on.
yeah. Like, come on, like like it ran its course. Like, it it definitely paid. Like, it definitely took its time to get to where it's at now. It's not like this book just came out 2 days ago, but not like a book that came out today. Again, Legends of the
It
Dark
should have.
Knight.
It should have been higher before that. People just realized its value. That's what I think.
Right, right. But look, Legends of the Dark Knight, 1 in 25 came out today, already selling for 125, between $125 to $200 at the most.
Yo, but people were paying $400 a few days ago.
So if you wanna, like, if you wanna compare the both, it's like, yo, this book that came out today is already at half of the cost of what that Ultimate Fallout will cost you at raw. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to know what that book is gonna go for graded. But I mean, yo, this is where the community is at now. And if I had to speculate, right, because they hate the speculators, but if I had to speculate, I'm telling you, next year, when everything goes back to normal and Comic Con starts to put out those dates, yo, those conventions, bro, is gonna be so crazy that I think the capacity of whatever building or whatever facility they're going to hold it is not going to hold the amount of people that are going to be in there. And I think that when that happens, they're going to start looking at the comic book industry like, holy shit, like, this is something uh uh out of the ordinary. Like, this is like something that doesn't happen all the time, because people are like really patiently waiting, yo, for these conventions to come back. When they do come back, it's going to be red fucking hot. You'll be lucky if you could get a damn ticket, because then that's going to be like the next thing. Oh, I couldn't get a ticket to go to the thing. Oh, now you're going to be spending resale prices for tickets just to go in.
Yo, I heard there's a couple of movie theaters open up.
So I mean, things is coming back to normal. So this thing that was like a little bubble, it's not like a lot of people like to uh you know they like to talk about they like to do comparisons. And to me, you can't compare this to anything else. Like, let's say like the sports cards, right? There's a lot of people that invest into sports cards. I dabble with it here and there, but I know plenty of people that are really, really, really hardcore. Um, that is a community that at they know that at any day they could take a loss, right? Because me and you was having this discussion. It's like I rather speculate on a book than to have to speculate on a human. Because right now Zion Williams, he could break his ankle and all his cars will go to the freaking ground. Cars that was like at $1,000 would be worth like cents, 25 cents, $1, $4 maybe. You know, now all of a sudden he's not like the golden child, how they think that he were, or how they think he was going to be. So they already know that. So when you go into like a community like that, you kind of know that as soon as you get that car, you only have two options. You either hold for long term or you just get rid of it because you just don't rely very well on these players. With comic books, it's like different because you don't know, especially like with these first appearances, you don't know how big these characters are going to be. And the best thing that could happen is that you have an amazing writer. Like, look at Something's Killing the Children. My man James Tinian. He does that book. Now that book gets an option. Now all of a sudden that book is a fucking red hot. That's a red hot book right now.
Yo, speaking about that, real quick, off topic but in topic. Did you see issue 6 to Something Is Killing the Children?
No.
The cover of it, everybody's wearing bandanas on their face.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Did you see that bandana? Right? Didn't you in your mind say, "Man, I wish I had that bandana for right now"? Yo, guess what?
He's making them.
They made it. They made it already, but it's not the bandana. It's the what do you call it? The face shield.
Oh, okay.
That could put like the damn. They got a name for it, man. I forget what they call that shit. I use it for fishing, man.
Yeah.
It's like a sun. It's like a sun protector. Like it goes around your face. Is that one that everybody wears? Like the hunting one. It's dope. I'm about to get one. I would drop the link, but I want to get mine first. I'll give you the link. I'll DM you the link. Don't worry. After that, I'll post. After me and you get ours, then I'll post it on Instagram or something. Dope. I'm telling you.
And then we'll wipe everything out.
Yeah, we sell it.
But yeah, I mean, James Tinian is on fire though.
Yeah.
I mean, James Tinian is the best thing that happened to Batman. Like, I don't know if you feel that way, but at one point it's like Batman was just like, like.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Death Metal right now is super interesting, man. Greg Capullo and Snyder are killing it right now, dude. That fucking Death Metal is crazy, dude.
Yeah. Like, but again, before James, it was just kind of like in the.
Yeah. No, Tom King was fucking writing like a love story and shit.
Yeah, it really wasn't like the best thing, and then James came and just ignited.
James came and shot Catwoman in the head.
like it just he turned this whole thing around for the better. So again, when you're speculating and you have these books and you have a writer that's like that his pen game is like ridiculous, you don't know what the outcome of that is going to be. So to me, it's like I'd rather speculate on a book. I'd rather hold on to books than to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on sports cards, because these players could get injured at any time. And look at the world of sports now. I mean, who knows? If COVID hits again, everything is going to get canceled. Not comic books.
Yeah, because those are, comic books, they're writing their own. They're writing their own. I don't want to say the pun. They're writing their own story, dude. They're the ones that control what's hot, and they're not. They could break Batman's leg, unlike LeBron James. Hurts himself, or a big star hurts himself in sports. His cards will go down the fucking drain in a minute.
Yeah. But in the comic book, it'll be like the total opposite. Oh, this is the first time that Batman ever breaks his leg.
Yeah.
It's almost like Bane. Like when Bane cracked his back, like that was just like the ultimate book that you want to have. Like, Bane kicked this fucking guy's ass up and down. Like, that's the book that you want to have. So it's just, it's two different worlds. Um, but again, I honestly think that these shops should really have a different way of thinking. They should sit down and really re-strategize on like how they're gonna go about making business moving forward, because the worst thing that could happen is these shops go out of business and then everything relies online, you know. And I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I don't want that, you know. But then what do you think is going to happen when you walk like
No,
who like
they
who?
had the excuse. They had an excuse a few months ago. The excuse was, "Oh, we want to save the books for the people that actually want to read it." And then people go, "Oh, well, they didn't get to the store in time, so if they really want to read it, tell them to buy it digital or to buy the copies." Oh, now it's, oh, we don't want to deny people the 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 feeling of holding it in their hands and reading it. Now it's got to be holding it in their hands and reading it. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm telling you, they got to answer for everything, man.
yeah,
They just come out and say it. Damn it, you're making more money than me on the damn book. Shit,
yeah. And I don't like that. I think
and I
another
don't
thing,
like it.
yeah, I think another thing too is like the you know, that's one thing that I've experienced in some shops. And I'll be honest, I've been in a lot of shops, and there's some shops, man, that I'm telling you, man, like they make the experience that much better. But these comic book shops, man, that you go in and it's like they have attitudes. I'm like, yo, you have an attitude because I'm spending my money at your shop.
Yo, how many copies of Legends of the Dark Knight you think I got?
If I could roll the dice, I'll say five.
9. They can't stop it, yo. What do they think this is, bro? I got 9 copies, bro. What do you think you're gonna do to me? You're gonna stop me? You're not gonna stop me, bro. I know these books are coming out before you do. You can't stop me, bro. When you over there crying and going, yo, only one, and I'm looking at you, I'm like, okay, and I don't seem mad, it's because I'm not, bro. Because I already got 8 more.
Yeah,
That happened to me today.
I have
I
four.
don't even get mad.
I have
Yeah,
four. But
yeah.
like, it's, you know, again, if
I pre-ordered 6 of them, bro, and then I found 3 today, and I stopped at 3. I stopped at 3 because I'm gonna tell you what, the place that I got 2 from, I could have went back at the night when the shift changed because they stay open till like 9 o'clock at night when and they switch shifts. I
right.
could have went right back over there when the shift switched and picked up 2 more.
Yeah, and what you gonna do at that point?
They're not gonna say nothing, dude.
Yeah,
This spot doesn't care. The spot that I'm talking about, they limit to 2, and they order, and sometimes they order enough, and if they don't, they limit you to 1, and they say it so nicely, bro, that you go, can I take the other copy back to the rack for you? Because that's what I do when he tells me, yo, buddy, I didn't get that many of these, man. I'll only let you get 1. I'm sorry. And I go, oh, that's all right, man. You want me to take this one back over there? Oh, please, if you could. And I take it back over there. But when he has enough, yo, dude, he let me buy 2 punchlines, bro, because I buy 2. He knows that I always buy 2. I bought 2. People were fighting mad, and then he let me buy 2.
yeah, yeah. And again, it makes the experience much more better. Like
Yeah.
fuck, you know, like I fuck with them and they fuck with me, you know.
Yep.
But walking inside a comic book shop, man, where these people have attitudes and they're like, it's like you're bothering them from like sitting down in their fucking desk, looking at their
No,
laptops all day, you know, like or their
they're
phones or
real
whatever.
high. They're real high on themselves. Like they're selling like gold or guns and something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I really don't know what it is that they think that they have in their lap, but you know, I think I think in their mind, like they're so used to reading like comic books that I think that some of these people view themselves as the characters that they're reading. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like a big like fan of like Spider-Man, they view themselves as Spider-Man and they view us as fucking like villains, and they're like, oh, well, no, you can't buy this. You a flipper. You know.
Let me let me let me ask you this: you think that there's gonna start a wave of people pre-ordering a lot of books now? No, no, it ain't. You wanna know why it ain't? Because people don't like to gamble, bro, and only certain people like to take risks. Other people won't.
Right.
I don't like to take risks. But let me tell you something. You see the Batman who laughs how big he is. Robin King should be close to as big as he is. So yeah, I'll buy 9 of them. And when you pre-order them, you get them at a discounted price. I didn't pay $6 for them. I paid $4.19 for them. So I
Exactly.
got 6 copies for $24. And guess what? One sells for $24. So basically, I could sell one and pay for the five for the other five.
A- And basically, all the books were free.
But guess what? They making way more money than us. Bro, all we trying to do is down down a little bit of the money that we spent today. Yo, today I think I spent dude. Today was a bad day. I spent a lot of money today, bro. I didn't even notice because of the stuff that I pre-ordered. I spent 60 and 60 is a buck 20. That's a lot of money for books, dude. For me,
Yo, there's days, man, when I've dropped easily like 150 on books, and I'm looking at myself like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
yo, these dudes, they don't like speculators and shit like that. They're the ones that are paying your bills. Number one, and number two, dude. If if it wasn't for speculators right now, a lot of the books that are getting hot out of nowhere, nobody would even know about. You don't even know about it.
yeah, yeah. And again, they'll just be in your dollar bin, just fucking collecting dust. So, again, I think that they need to go about this whole thing in a different way. You know, don't hate Key Collector. Maybe download a Key Collector app and use that as a tool. I'm not saying to do everything that they say do, but take it in consideration. Obviously somebody else is going to do it. So,
No, speculate so that way you could buy 100 copies and be able to let somebody buy 2 of them. That way you can make more money.
right, because it will make sense. Like, let's say, so with this book right here, right? The Legends of the Dark Knight. So I just said that the 1 in 25 is already selling at 150. So let's just say that they ordered 100 books and they flipped all the 125s on eBay for that price. They basically made all their money back that they spent ordering that book. Everything else becomes a profit. I mean, I don't know if anybody else thinks about it that way, but in my mind, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
how many times you're not the first person in line at a comic store on release day and they have over 25 issues of a book that has a 1 in 10 and a 1 in 25, but you were the first person in line, you go straight to that rack and you don't see the 1 in 25 and you don't see the 1 in 10.
but you see like 50 books.
And you know that they either sold it to somebody, they always say, "I know we gave it to one of our subscribers." Who? Which
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah. Again, because if you know that that book is hot, you're going to make your money back on all the variants. So,
No, because if you're limiting people to books, then why are you giving people the 1 in 25s on the side? Well, shouldn't you put them on the rack and the first person that gets there and grabs it?
yeah.
Or why don't you offer it for ratio? $25, the 1 in 25, and $10 for the 1 in 10. No, you don't. You give it to this guy for two. If it was 200, you give it to him for cover price. Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, I mean, cause the wolves came out when that gold label Negan one per came out.
Ooh, they were out, boy.
400 for this book.
400, please.
375 for this book. The cheapest that I'll take will be 280 for this book. And mind you, they didn't pay anything for that book. That book was
That
free.
book was free. You know what somebody said? They said that that book should have been put on the rack for somebody to find when they went there.
Yeah, yeah. Just like put it
They
any.
just
Just put it
They
anywhere
ju-
in the store. Just like it don't even gotta be in that aisle. Just like stick that book anywhere in the store and just let
yo,
somebody find it.
the guy that's at the lottery store, you think he gets mad at the guy that finds the $1 million ticket and shit? He gets a prize. You don't get mad at that dude. So if you got books inside your store that are inside those long boxes and shit collecting dust, and some dude spends 3 hours digging through them and finds a dope ass book, when he gets to the counter, don't look it up on eBay and be like, "Yo, this book is worth 200." What? It's 200. I thought it was cover price. No, it's 200. So it's basically you're like a junkyard where you find the part that you need and you come back and they fucking look it up and see what it's worth and then charge you that price for it and shit.
And be
Come
like,
on, man.
be like, oh damn, I was looking for this book. Thank you for finding it. Now
Thank
let
you
me
for finding it. Oh, you can't afford it? Oh, thank you for finding it.
now now let me tell you what this book is going for, and let's see if since you already did the work for me.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you can't afford it? Too bad. Get
Yeah,
out of here,
yeah.
Flipper.
Get out of here, you freaking dolphin! You you
Dolphin.
you you Miami son of a dolphin flipper! You
You Dan Marino fan. Get out of here.
get out of here, you Jim Carrey. What was the name of that movie that Jim Carrey did?
Yeah. Pet detective.
Get out of here, you pet detective flipper, Jim Carrey lookalike.
I'll punch you in the face.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I think that this is pretty much it. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to add anything else, but I think
Yeah,
that
I wanted to add something else. I want
go
to say it
ahead.
again. That yo, stop getting mad at people that are paying your fucking bills, you stupid motherfucker. There you go. I don't want to punch nobody in the face. I just want to scream at them.
Yeah, yeah, because I think that this is I think I think we said what we needed to say. You you what you mean you people, you comic book shop owners need to you know y'all need to just have a whole new system, man, because
Yeah.
you know the your system is as good as these Silver Age books. They're just like dinosaurs, like they're just like really uh, old, old ways of doing things. It's 2020. Yo, have you held the first iPhone on your hand and see how old that shit looks compared to like what you have now? But in hindsight, it's like the same fucking thing. Like I don't know if you held like the first
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
iPhone. It's like
Yeah.
yo, like this shit is so fucking old compared to like this iPhone 11 that I have that does like so much way better thing, but it's like it's the same thing. So this
Yo, how can you have a store and not have a website and shit like that? Like, come look, man.
or not
Like,
have
come
a
on, bro.
or not have an Instagram page or a Facebook page. Yo, you know how many shops I've been to that I'm like, are you active like on Facebook or like on Instagram? No, man. But here's my card. My email's there. If you have any questions, just email me.
There
So
was there was there was shops that were shipping books media mail.
yeah. So I mean, I make that comparison with that first iPhone. Like these new comic books are like the iPhone 11. You just it's the same as the Silver Age. Yeah, it is the same. It's the same books, the same width and everything. But the stories are better, the writers are better, the colors are better. There's just so much more likeness to it. So I think that you should definitely move with the times, man. This is not nobody's nobody's driving around in Beetles anymore. Everybody has a 2021 fucking Honda Accord, with a damn fucking touchscreen dash.
Yep.
So
That does that does the same thing as some BMW and shit.
yeah,
The world has changed, bro.
like no, like everybody's flashy now. So you you just have to just move up, man, with the time. And if you're one of them comic book shops, that are moving with the time, kudos to you, bro. Keep on doing the good job that you're doing. Thank you. I thank you for treating us with the respect that we
Yeah,
deserve.
you
You know,
seen what happened to people like Midtown and what is that, DCBS, I think. You seen what happened with them? Yo, when it was time to look for people to distribute the books, DC looked for the biggest online shops and said, "Yo, y'all do it. Here you go.
yeah,
Y'all already know how to do it. Y'all been selling comic books for years online. Here you go."
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, again, man, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. This episode 3. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. This might struck a lot of people. Um, Take this the wrong way. Don't take this the wrong way. I mean, I really don't know what to say, but the facts are facts. You know.
Pound punch a flipper in the face.
I mean, listen. Even Tyson is coming back. I mean, shit. You know, times is changing, bro. Like, you know, if you would have asked me 15 years, man, fucking Tyson ain't coming back to fight nobody. But look, he's having an exhibition, and I'm still betting on Tyson.
Yo, anybody wants to bet? Tyson gonna knock Roy Jones the hell out, B.
yo, yo, Tyson is gonna knock him out to like the next day, bro. So, I mean, yeah, man. 2020, bro, is like very weird, but I suggest that you get on the boat with everybody else because if not, you're gonna get left.
Left
Uh,
behind.
yeah, so I hope, man, that you'll enjoy this. Definitely till next time. Peace out, everybody.
Take it easy.